Go.
Hi guys, welcome to Dope for the Day. This is AJ.
And Shannon,
How are you, Shay?
I'm doing great. How are you on this Easter evening?
Great. How are you? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. First off, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates. We recognize you and we appreciate every one of you. But yeah, life's been good. Life's been busy. Uh, First off, we want to we as a collective um, pair um, want to send our appreciation out to those listeners who have been on our team for the past month and a half as we have kind of been in transition into coming back into the show because we had to um, deal with some family things. And I know AJ had some wellness things he was dealing with. So we like to thank you for all of your comments and your messages on over on our Facebook. We appreciate every single one of you. And we couldn't do the show without you. So thank you so much for your kind words and your like I said, messages of wellness and just telling us that it's okay and we can come back when we're ready. We truly appreciate that. Um, AJ, you want to speak to your side of things?
Um, it's Shay to I have been ill for a while with some things, but I'm on the mend and ready to come back on a permanent, permanent basis.
Yeah, you guys, and I personally just want to say thank you to everyone who messaged me personally. And I know I wrote a small message about my having to go through some family issues, but most of you don't know that I have lost two people that were very close to me over the past month and a half. So I was dealing with that, and like I said, family comes first for me. So I appreciate the time to be able to step away, and thank you, AJ, for allowing me to do that.
You're
But
so welcome.
but like but like AJ was saying, we're coming back, and we promise to be better than ever and get and prepare great content for you. We have some really great guests coming up, and we have some really awesome things we're going to do throughout this year. So if you hang out to the end of the show, you'll be able to hear about those things. And we also have decided, just um, in the last few weeks, and this is going to be in full transparency, that we are, as a show, going to back down our episodes to one episode a week, just to be able to give you proper, great, and full content. And we always want to be really transparent with you on the show. So
Yes,
um, like I said, the last month and a half has been really uh, crazy for us, and we've been really busy, and we felt really bad about that.
yes, we did.
So we want to, in 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 retrospect, we want to back down and give you and just be able to give you better
The
content.
be- the best content
Yeah,
we
we want to be able to give you the best content, and that for us means that just for a little while, we're going to back down to one episode a week, and we're going to make it probably an hour long or so. But that will give us more time to edit and make sure that the content that you're provided is really great. We will still be active on our social media and
yes,
uh, in Facebook. So we love that group. We love our Facebook family, and we are going to develop an Instagram. So you'll be seeing us over there pretty soon. Pretty soon. But like I said, and like AJ agrees, we want to be able to give you the best content possible. So we have decided to back down recording shows to one day a week, and we still want you guys to chime in on what kind of episodes you want to hear and what kind of content you want to listen to. And the in the spirit of good content, today we want to talk about something that we know very well.
Oh, yes.
And AJ, you want to kind of let everybody know what that's going to be?
And that great topic is aging with cerebral palsy.
Yeah, that's right. In the spirit of the fact that I will be 40 in just a couple weeks, yay.
And I,
We
w-
go ahead.
and I will be 38.
Oh,
And
come on, you're still a baby. Stop it. I don't want to.
ah,
I don't
I,
want to hear it until you hit that big 4-0 and get over the hill. I don't want to hear it. You're still a baby.
I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah, but in the spirit of aging and kind of dealing with some wellness things, um we really personally had an open conversation, just AJ and I, the other morning, and unfortunately, that we did try to record that, but that show had some technical difficulties, so we decided to just record our conversation again and be really transparent, be really transparent and real with you guys about what it's like to live with CP and age with it also, because there are some differences and there are some things that we deal with that aren't so pretty and aren't so nice.
Well, when you're growing up, I think they tell you that if you work out and do your physical therapy and do your workouts on a regular basis, that everything's gonna be peachy keen. And as you age, they don't tell you what's ahead.
Yeah. I want to jump on the bandwagon with AJ. I completely agree. And I think when you're younger, you can have all the surgeries to loosen all the muscles. You can do all the PT for days and hours and go through the grueling workout sessions that your therapists have for you. And even if you're doing OT, which is occupational therapy, you do all that. But and that's all gravy. But what happens when you're kind of out of the adolescent stage and you move on and you're not seeing a physical therapist every day, and even if you are, um, you only probably see the PT twice a week, and you know, I think that I think that as you get older, those kind of things fall to the wayside, and it's up to you, which we are we are here to give you, our insight and give you some information. It's up to us as individuals with CP to kind of keep that up and kind of we control how we live every day. So,
Uh huh.
but it also, on the other side, whether we do, a million push-ups or a million sit-ups, or we do, we take all the medicine, it's never going to change that living with CP isn't always easy.
Nope. And they they don't always tell you that. They tell you if you do this, you'll be fine. Cause it's not like other disabilities. You're pretty much the same. Uh, you won't get any worse.
Well, yeah, they all. I mean, I don't know if it's like this for you, but they always tell me that, you know, oh, it's not a progressive disease. You're gonna be fine. Just do your therapy. Just um, try to keep your body moving. Um, you know, take medicine if you need it for spasms. Um, and I think a lot of times doctors, especially nowadays, kind of think that we hit the jackpot if we have
Uh,
CP, because they're always saying, "Oh, well, it could be a lot worse," but the fact is we're still dealing with a disability, and I know it's even though AJ and I have the same disability, we function differently, and he has a lot of things in his daily life that are different. then
Uh-huh.
myself, I AJ, you take Backflipping, correct?
Yes.
And I'm not saying that for any of you that are on the Backflipping team, you do you. Um, Baclofen is great for those who need it. I have chosen, just myself personally, have chosen not to go on the Baclofen train just yet, because
Well,
of. Go ahead.
in in my own life, I don't think it helps
Um,
too much.
like I was, yeah, I agree. Um, like I was saying, I haven't, like, I choose not to be on the Baclofen train, just because I try to stay away from medicines like that. I do take medicine if I absolutely need it, but
Uh,
um, I'm I've never been. Baclofen got, excuse me, Baclofen got offered to me at an early age because of my spasticity, but excuse me, my parents were against it because of the side effects that it could have on your liver, and that it had over my schooling, and they just were really adamant about me going to school and having a proper education and getting that taken care of first. But like I said, I'm not against any of you um, who take it. I think for those of for those of you who need it, for those who need it every day, I think it's a personal choice, and I think you can decide what you need to do with that.
if it works for you, great. But for, for us, it hasn't.
What and I know we were talking about this the other day, but what do you feel every day, Agent, when you get up in the morning? And we're going to kind of touch on how we feel about our chairs in a little bit, but just in a normal day, about how long does it take you to, I don't know, quote unquote, feel like a normal person and get your day
Um,
started?
well, aside from my spasms and my clothes kicking in when I
And you
first,
want to you want to tell everybody who doesn't know what exactly clonus is?
it's spasticity of your muscles, like your legs.
Hmm. And you know
Um,
what?
I have back spasms and leg spasms.
That's what I was gonna. You brought up a good point. That's what I was gonna touch on. You know, with CP comes, it's just hand in hand that spasms are going to come along no matter what you have, what type you have. And there are different types of CP that affect people differently. However, um, just spasms don't just happen in your legs, is what I was trying to say. Spasms happen in your back, in your arms, in your like they've happened in honestly, they've happened in my side before. I've gotten them everywhere.
Uh huh.
Because it just matters how tight you are, what your tone is. And I myself personally have a very high tone. I don't have very much, I have more than most, but I don't have very good flexibility in my legs.
Uh huh.
So, um, and I try to stretch and work out and keep myself as active and as fit as possible, but it's just it just that's what CP comes with. You're given that. So
And I don't think people realize uh, CP bring, brings out the worst
exacerbates. Yeah,
uh, as space the regular everyday illnesses that we get we we get.
and saying that, AJ, what are you speaking to?
migraines, colds.
Mhm.
Like if I get a cold, it can last longer than a normal cold.
And
Or
that's most of the time because a lot of us don't have the greatest of immune systems, and we can take all the vitamins in the world, we can take all the calcium in the world, which are recommended things for people with disabilities to take. You are recommended to take a multivitamin and some extra calcium and some vitamin E and vitamin D, because a lot of us don't get out in the sun a lot like we should, especially now because we're in the pandemic, and we've been dealing with the lockdown situation, which hopefully that will be eradicated soon enough. But yeah, um, like AJ was speaking, it exacerbates a lot of things, which keeps us down a little longer than the typical person.
no, we're not sitting here complaining
Oh no,
and saying, "Oh, poor pitiful us."
no, absolutely
That's
not.
not what we're doing at all. We
We
just
Go ahead.
want to tell our experience and offer some valuable information to other people.
Yeah, AJ's so right. We by no means are taking away from anybody else with any other disabilities. We by no means are trying to um, get you all to pity us. This is just a real, open, honest conversation about what we live with every day, because um, it was it was on my heart to talk about it the other day when we started to record the show, just because I was feeling a little bit down about aging and what it was going to mean for me, what it was going to mean for me with CP. I'm sorry, you guys, if you hear my puppy Riley in the background. She's talking a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we're not in any way trying to take away from anybody else's disability or get you all to pity us. We actually really want to make this show informational. We want you guys to really kind of take away what you can, especially if you have CP and maybe you don't know some of these things. Um, that we're talking about. We're going to touch on what it means to have a little bit of scoliosis, because I know I deal with that. Also,
I I deal with it
in addition
too.
to the CP, it comes along with it. We're also going to speak about more on spasms and the other things that are affected, and immune systems, and what you should do, and just trying to keep yourself active and regulated, maybe on a workout routine, much like we talked about a few months ago before our hiatus. Just try to keep yourself um, as physically active as possible. And also, we're going to touch on the mental aspect of having CP and what dealing with this every day does to your mental state. And we're not going to shy away from talking about mental health, because we
No,
feel we want to be a safe place for all of you um, to hear about mental health and to be able to chime in on those kind of things. We also want you all to chime in on the conversation we're having today. What kind of things do you deal with if you live with CP? And like I said, what kind of things do you deal with? What do you face every day? And what are your aches and pains, and maybe some things that you have found that work for you?
we want to hear your suggestions, and if we have any suggestions we can offer you, we'll be more than happy to share those on our Facebook page.
Getting back into the conversation, I know I was asking AJ a little bit what he deals with on a daily basis in the morning. What does your morning routine look like uh, for you, a little bit, AJ?
Uh, get out of bed um, and uh, sc- stretch out a little just to get moving oil on my joints if possible, like
Go ahead.
stretch it out just so I can physically get up.
Do you notice that with the change of weather you feel differently? Because I know that happens with
Uh,
a lot.
if it's cold, I'm pretty much
You're pretty
done.
much gonna have a rough day. Yeah. I'm pretty much the same. I feel the same. Like, you know, obviously I feel a little bit more achy when it's cold. Um, because my joints are tight and my muscles are tight, and it just comes with the territory. But um, that's one of the reasons why I live in Florida, because it's sunny most of the time. I don't know if I could live in a state that was cold all the time, because it really exacerbates, and that seems to be the word of the night. Um,
And it's depressing
yeah,
when it's colder.
yeah. Um, Speaking to mental states and um, mental not really mental illnesses, but just having a good mindset and a good mental state is also really important, because some days, honestly, I wake up and I'm hurting and it's cold and I'm just like, oh, frankly, it's going to be a really shitty day no matter what I'm doing. um, and I look at my wheelchair and I just think, like, I have a love hate really on, and this is honest and true, and probably the realest that I've been on a show with you before. Um, I have a love hate relationship with my wheelchair. I love it because it enables me to get from point A to point B, and I can take care of things around my house and take care of my kids and take care of my family and all those things. But when I'm just not feeling it, I wake up in the morning and I look at that thing and I'm like, here comes
Yeah.
another here's another day of not being able to do this or not being able to do that, or honestly, because I don't drive, not being able to drive and get out and do the things that I would really like to do. But also, it's a reminder of how blessed I am to have the ability that I do have, and that
Yeah. I feel I feel the same way because many people don't have the mobility we have.
yeah, a lot of times, like we just talked about earlier, um, doctors in our cases say that we hit the jackpot as far as disability. A lot of people, and again, this is a disclaimer: we are not speaking to any source of other disabilities, or we're not calling people out, but we are lucky. I'm lucky to have the abilities that I do have, and I recognize that and I realize that, and I'm so blessed to have a wonderful family and wonderful friends, and um, a job that I love. So in no uncertain terms am I complaining about anything. But again, this is real life, and real life isn't always roses and cream or peaches and cream. So um, yeah, it's just some days really suck.
Yep. I couldn't have said it any better.
And then you think about it, and it never fails. Like, I can wake up and be feeling that way, and then I can go out and look at the world around me, or I can, quote unquote, and I'm going to use a word that I hate to use, but I can look at the world around me and someone will come up to me and say something that I inspire them or anything like that, and it kind of makes me thankful, for what I have. And
Uh-huh.
then it makes me feel like crap for feeling as bad as I did in the morning, but life is life, and we're all here just trying to make it. So in the grand scheme of things, I think it's just that that's what everybody's trying to do, whether you have a disability or not.
What are some ways that you combat your uh spasticity or just get in a better mood if you wake up in a bad mood or
I just
wanna
I just try to I try if I wake up in a bad mood, I obviously first coffee makes everything better, right? So
yep
I try to go and sit with myself and sit with my thoughts and drink some coffee and kind of think about how I want the day to run and how I'm going to turn it around. And um, I love recording with you. Like recording with you helps me to
yeah,
kind of combat those things, and also, being with my family and being with my children and um, that helps. And I love being into my work projects and but also if I just am not feeling it and I want to just it's all in all, I try to like lose myself in maybe an audio book um
uh-huh
or
I,
I try to spend some time with friends, maybe doing something that I really like to do. The beach is something that always makes me feel 100 times better. um
surfing
yeah, that's my thing. And honestly, I just I try to really just remember when I'm feeling down and bad about life, or even just having a pity me day, to be honest. And sometimes we all do. Um, I just kind of step away and how, think about how lucky I am, and think about the situation could be so much worse.
uh
And I try to give to people because giving to people always makes me feel better.
me
So
too
um, I try to do something special for someone else, or trying to make them feel better because their response makes me feel better. So yeah, those are just a few things. Um, talk to a best friend, talk to a brother, right, AJ? um,
uh uh
but in the grand scheme of things, yeah, that's just and then um, and then usually the next day is a little bit better,
yep
you know.
every day gets better
And we can't forget about the fact that I write, because you know, I write a lot of my feelings down, and they become vlogs, and
yep
that's what I love to do, and it's become my job. And uh, so yeah, I'm just really thankful and blessed for what I have, and thankful and blessed from with my home, and like I said, my family really helps, and um, my friends are super close, and so that helps a lot. Um, and it's nice to talk to somebody who really understands, because whether my partner doesn't have cerebral palsy, and he doesn't know what it's like to um, he lives with someone who has cerebral palsy, but he doesn't know what it's like to have cerebral palsy and live with it. So
yeah
it's nice to get on with you tonight, and like I said, by no means am I talking bad about anyone, or I am so grateful to be supported by people around me and have great, wonderful people around me.
I am too
But it's really, if you don't have it, it's really hard to uh
for
to
uh,
understand it.
yeah
Um,
oh what other thing I'd like to bring up is the food uh, that people with CP have digestive issues.
Absolutely, that's another thing that we deal with on a daily basis. Go ahead, AJ. You want to jump into that? You seem like you.
Um, I personally have digestive issues. It's sometimes hard for me to digest my food, and I've often anemic, and that's a thing I've dealt with over the past couple months. It's anemia.
I'm the same. I have a few things on the topic of digestion. I've I've had ulcers in the past. I deal with that. I've also had, this may be TMI. So for most of you, if you don't like talking about bathroom issues, then kind of skip ahead. But a lot of times, if you have CP, you're dealing with constipation. Uh, that is really, really terrible and really, really bad. And sometimes we have to deal with that. I know personally I deal with that a lot. And um if I have a bad day where I know I'm gonna be constipated, it's just made everything a little bit, it compounds everything and makes it a little bit rougher for the day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I, like I said, I've been anemic before, and I know that um, if you're not eating the right foods, it can mess with your
Y-
le- levels.
Yep, you're exactly right. You have to be cautious of your diet and what you put into your body, and
Yeah.
the the better things that you put into your body, the better you're gonna feel. But that goes along with everybody. Um,
Uh-huh.
it like we spoke about a little bit earlier. I think we spoke about vitamins and what how important they are to um, maintaining a good diet if you have CP. Um, Yogurt is really good. It's rich in vitamin D and orange juice with vitamin C. Take if you can't take a vitamin in a pill form, there are vitamins out there that are liquid that are
Uh-huh.
easily
Yeah.
digestible that you can take a vitamin C and just keep up with your fruits and vegetables and eat your greens. I don't want to sound like anybody's mom, but eat your
No.
vegetables because they're very important. Um, Make sure you're taking in some vitamin C and drinking that orange juice and
Which,
let's all stay healthy together.
yeah. Which reminds me, I will get that vitamin drink to you.
Yes, AJ. Everybody keep on AJ about getting because he promised me months ago he was supposed to be sending me some shakes, and it is probably 5 months now, and so AJ has not sent me the vitamin shake. But
I will, people, I will get it to you, and I will get it to Shannon, and I will post in our uh, Facebook group the name of the Shackley. Uh,
yeah, isn't it Shackley Shakes that you're affiliated with? So
yes,
if you guys want a really great, apparently, I don't know yet, but apparently they're really great and really good sources of nutrition when you need a meal replacement. But check out the link that he's gonna have in our group, in our Facebook on our Facebook page, referring to Shacklet Shakes because he's also affiliated with them and it will help him out a lot.
yes.
And, and on that note, AJ, you want to kind of jump into what we've got coming up on in the future for Don't Burn the Day and what's going to be going on with some things that we have some affiliation with?
We will be at Italy. Hopefully, the fashion is for everybody fashion show. We are working on the details for the fashion is for everybody.
That's right, you guys. We're so excited to announce that we are um, we have been invited to be a part of the Fashion is for Everybody fashion show in Tennessee this year, and it just so happens that it's going to be on the, I think, the 11th of September.
Yes.
It's going to be on the 11th of September. It's the first one of the year. Well, it's the first one since. Am I correct? It's the first one since the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it's the first one since all of this has been going on. So we're super excited. But we're going to reach out to all of you today and let you know we can't do any of this without help from you guys. So we are asking you, if you feel it on your heart, if you have it, um, if it is there on your heart, if you could donate to the cause of us traveling down there and being able to provide you a live stream show from there. We are so super excited to be partnering with Alicia Cersei and her group from Fashion is for Everybody and be able to do this. But like I said, it takes a lot to do the show and do a live stream from there. So we we are two disabled individuals, so we need a lot of help. So if there's anybody out there that wants to donate to the cause of helping us get down there or get up there and participate in this great event, we will be great. We would be greatly appreciative. If
Yes.
you can't donate, we understand, um, but we would love your support in any way you want to give it. We want to be able to do more shows like this, and from live on location shows to different activities, and we want to remind you that once again we can't do the show without you. We can't, and this and what we do is for you. So we love doing it.
Yes.
We love feeding our community with information and doing things like this, but we want to grow, and we want to grow. Don't burn the day. We want to grow as people. We want to grow. Don't burn the day. And so, in order to do that, we have to be able to partner with people like Alicia Cersei and Fashion is for Everybody, and be able to have great shows and great content for you. So we ask again that if you feel it on your heart and you want to give to our cause to be able to go down there, please message us over on Facebook or email us and let us know. And you can be sure that your donation will go to helping us provide a great show and get down and have a great time with Fashion is for Everybody.
And we, like we said, we will be uh, stre- uh, stream, streaming one, one show a week.
Yeah, again, I'm going to touch on the fact that I'm going to jump on what AJ just said and touch again on the fact that we have decided as a group, as a team, that we will be scaling back our shows. We were going to do, we were trying to do 3 shows a week of content with you guys, for you guys, but we have decided and think that it's best that we scale it back to 1 day a week and um, provide you great content once a week rather than
Yes.
mediocre content 3 times a week. We really love the show and we want to be able to provide you great information, and we want to be able to do things like visit Nashville and things like that. So we've decided to scale it back, and if just for a little while, it might just be for a little while. We might come back with vengeance in a few months, but right now, as it stands, we have decided that we are only going to do one show a week, so that we can provide you amazing content.
Uh, and we also have hooked up with a, uh com- company called uh,
Hold
uh,
on, guys. He's trying to swallow a drink, so give him a minute.
sorry about it. We've te- te- teamed up with sta- Staple.
Oh, yeah, AJ was trying to get out. We've teamed up with Stable, which is Stable Accounts, And so you go ahead, AJ.
So you will be hearing more about these stable accounts
Yeah, throughout
throughout the year.
right throughout the show, throughout the year, I'm sorry, throughout the year, the rest of the year. We are proud to say that we have teamed up with stable accounts, so you'll be hearing a lot more information about them and things that we are doing with them and the ways that we are partnering them with them, to help get their information out, and they're helping to get our show out and the information for us. So we are very grateful to Stable and to Fashion is for Everybody for inviting us to Nashville this year. And once again, you guys, if you have it on your heart and you want to see us down there to have a live stream show, um, you know how to reach us on our Facebook and email us, and know that your donation will help us be able to provide you some great content. And we're gonna have a great time down there with Alicia and her husband and all of the Fashion is for Everybody team. And once again, we'd like to thank our all-time like OG partner. I know you guys haven't heard about them lately because we haven't been around, but and this is our first real show back. But we'd like to thank once again for um, we'd like to thank once again, let me try to get it out, Patty and Ricky, who is our OG 100%, like,
Yes.
loves us. We love them. They're a great adaptive fashion marketplace for everybody. And we know that they're doing some great things. And we're excited to partner with them throughout the year and do a lot of fun things with them.
What what all do they have coming up?
Oh, I'm just gonna have to fill you in as things come out. I know that we're just
Okay.
kind of adjusting to being back, and I'm adjusting to being back, and
Yeah.
I'm actually writing my first blog for them. It'll be published in April, so you'll be able to hear more about them and what's going on that side of things
Awesome.
once I fully get back and we're back in the swing of things. But I just wanted to um, thank them for being, I know without a doubt that they support us and we support them. So, um, and we are very grateful and thankful for that. And once again, I'd like to thank Fashion is for Everybody and Alicia Cersei and her whole team for supporting us and welcoming us to Nashville this year to do a live stream. So if you, once again, I'm going to say it, if you guys can find it in your heart or you want to give to our cause of getting up there, you can email us or message us in the chat in our Facebook group, and we will be forever grateful. And once again, thank you to our wonderful group over on Facebook, our Facebook family, for allowing us the time that we needed to get things sorted with in our lives.
Yes.
Me with my family and AJ with his health. We thank you a million times over for your patience and your messages and all the sweet comments you left. You guys, we're back with vengeance, and we're gonna make it a great year.
We are. Thank you, guys. And we hope you have a good rest of your week.
Thank you guys so much, and tune in next week for more great information.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you soon.
See ya.